An analysis of effective strategies employed by teaching assistants to enhance student understanding of lecture material at Pribadian Cipta Cendekia. Background: the implementation of teaching assistant or TA programs in Indonesian higher education is still relatively new and inconsistent. Many institutions lack proper structure, training, and clearly defined roles for TAs. As a result, their effectiveness in supporting student learning is still unclear. At Itbadian Cipta Cendekia, the TA program was only introduced in the past 3 years. According to an interview during my internship, TAs receive the formal training and their classroom roles are very limited. Meanwhile, international research shows that well-prepared TAs can significantly improve learning outcomes, but whether this applies to Indonesia remains underexplored. Research gap and important. Previous studies mostly focus on general learning outcomes, not on the specific strategies TAs use in the classroom, especially in non-English speaking countries like Indonesia. This area is under research. Therefore, this study aims to explore what strategies are actually used and how students perceive their effectiveness. Research problem. Based on this context, the central research question is: what are the effective strategies used by TAs to enhance student lecture and comprehension at Itbadian Cipta Cendekia, and what factors influence their success? Objectives. This study has two main objectives. First, to identify the effective strategies used by TAs to support students' understanding of lecture materials, and second, to determine the factors that influence the effectiveness of these strategies during the teaching and learning process. Scope: this research was conducted from February 19 to April 19, 2025 and Itbadian Cipta Cendekia and involved second until semester students from 3 classes 24D21, 24D21, and 24K11, totaling 23 students. Because the population is small, total population sampling was used. Methodology: a quantitative descriptive approach was used. The primary data were collected through student questionnaires. In addition, lecture interview and classroom observation were conducted to provide the full context and insight into the roles of TAs. Result and discussion. Now I will present the key findings of my study, followed by a discussion of their implications related to the research objectives. Data collection. Data were collected through questionnaires distributed to all 23 students from 3 different classes. To interact the data, I also conducted interviews with lecturers and observed the actual teaching process. However, only 19 students who were active in the research. Student perception. The majority of students reported that TAs played a useful role, especially in clarifying difficult materials and offering additional examples. They preferred strategies like simple explanation, the use of visual aids, and applicable communication. Effectiveness rating of TA strategies. Students rated the most effective strategies as simplifying complex terms and providing relatable examples, meanwhile, passive strategies like reading slides without interaction were rated as the less helpful. Factors influencing effectiveness. The most influential factors for effectiveness were the TA's mastery of the subject, how clearly they communicated, and how approachable they were. However, several issues limited their impact, especially the absence of formal training and unclear roles. Key insight from lecture interview. According to lecture, TAs are seen as classroom assistants rather than co-teacher. There's no instructor training yet, so effectiveness depends largely on the TAs, one initiative and ability. Observation result. Classroom observation shows that TAs were most active during group activities or when answering individual questions, but they seldom led full explanation. Confidence levels also varied between TA. Discussion and implication. The findings confirm that TAs can positively affect student lecture comprehension, but only when they as effective strategies. Therefore, structured training and clearly defined roles are essential to maximize their contribution. Thank you.